All right. Hey, everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, out there. I'm Darian, and you're watching LOL Darian TV. No, that was a joke. Anyway, I have two very beautiful young ladies with me right now. They're actually brand new friends of mine. We're actually going through training together. To my left is Art.
Hey.
Art is from Huntsville, Alabama, and to my right is Christy.
Hello.
And Christy is from Fayette, Alabama. And I'm from Montgomery. And I have on my socks. I just realized that. That's all right. We're chilling in the hotel room.
So this is all Alabama.
This is all Alabama.
All Alabama.
Baby.
Yeah. And Christy, you haven't heard any of the comments.
Right, I
Right.
haven't at all.
Okay.
It's been my first time.
But Art, you have.
Yeah.
And I just want to read a couple so you guys kind of get an idea of what people are thinking about black gay men. And I kind of take it personally because I am a black gay man, so I fall under that umbrella. And none of what they were describing describes who I am as a person. This one woman had this to say: "Why are all these beautiful black men acting like this? It seems like all of our men just don't know what to do with themselves. What makes a man behave this way? Why do they want dick? I just wish these disgraceful black men would stand up and be the kings and leaders they were born to be. Were they molested when they were young? I never knew there were so many black men who lived like this. I just can't believe it. All these punks, all homo thugged out. This shit is ridiculous. Come back home, black men. Come on back. Come back home, black men. Come back." Where did we go? I haven't gone anywhere.
Where are they coming from? That's what when I read that, I kind of get like, where have you been hurt down the line by somebody? Because
Right.
you're coming with this whole side of anger. That's what I kind of hear of. I've been hurt, and that goes back to not only black. I think black gay men in general. People feel like that's just like date a white girl dating a black guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We look as black women like, oh, we're losing out on all our black men to white girls.
It's kind of like the root of it. I mean, it's just so much. It's so many places we could start from. But it's just like from jump, we already think, man, you know, the black fathers don't stay around. So
Right.
that's kind of setting the tone for all of this as far as these black men, where are they going and come on home and all that type of stuff. But you know, I think as a whole, America, period, they kind of, you know, we really are shifting a lot as far as character flaws on the black man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's coming from that place right now. And as far as them being, that coming about standing up being the kings and leaders that they were born to be, I mean, your sexuality doesn't change that, because if you are
Right.
a king and a leader,
You
your
can still
sexual
that and be
preference,
gay.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that does, your sexual preference shouldn't change something that you were destined to be. Or are we saying that it does, which it's like, is it a qualification for being a king and a leader? Are we coming from like the stereotypical, like, okay, what a king should be?
Right.
It's so much in that tone, though. You
And
know
I think that's what a lot of black women have been saying, that if you are gay, if you identify openly as a gay man, then you can't possibly be a man. You can't be a leader.
Right.
So what determines your manhood?
It's like we have to. It's like if we deconstruct one piece, we have to deconstruct it all.
Everything.
Yeah.
We have to deconstruct everything. But for right now, I'm gonna address the tone of this, and I'm gonna address a few misconceptions. Number one, all black men that were gay were not molested when they were younger.
Thank you.
We
I was
need to
just
put
about
that
to address
to
that.
rest. Let's put that to rest, because there are plenty of straight men and women that were molested.
Right.
And that, I think we need to get off of that as being the only perversion that we're looking at. I mean, it's like, well, it's people that were straight and gay that were just abused.
Right.
Not sexually, but just like physically abused and verbally abused. So it's like, it's not like, oh man, they had to be molested. So that's what made them like weird about their sexuality.
It's like people have to find a reason for
Yeah.
my gayness. They
Mhm.
can't accept the fact that it's just intrinsic to who I am.
Right.
They want to believe that I was abused. No, I wasn't.
No.
They want to believe that I didn't have a father in the home. That's not true. My
Right.
mother and father are still married. He raised me. I talk to him on a weekly basis. So what?
Still.
You have no leg to
Still.
lean on.
Still talk to him.
Yeah,
every
still.
day.
Right.
Right.
But you know what? I'm thinking this, like, okay, with the whole DL thing, I really think that the black woman in America still, when we have to consider that she's like in the panic type of phase,
She's
and like
definitely in the panic
it's like
phase.
like oh my God, Y2K, let's go out and get all this wood. It's like you're panicked, and it's like oh my God, we don't have enough. The feeling of not having enough, and it's not enough to go around. And it's like, oh my God, we already got a shortage of good black men, and the ones that we do have, they either gay or in jail, and killing folks and all this different type of stuff. So it's like that panic that black women kind of go into when I feel, honestly, spiritually, you shouldn't ever feel like there is not enough for you. And if you really, and see, some of these women, I'm getting upset, because some of these women,
if it's not for you, it ain't going to be for you no way.
I'm going to go right to that quote about this whole, what God has for me is for me. A lot of these women are going to Creflo Dollar's church and all this type of stuff, and going to the big mega churches, and they be the first one to stand up in devotion and praise and worship, singing what God has for me is for me. But then you hear this same woman, we don't know her name because they post themselves as anonymous, to be saying all of this hateful shit right here, but yet and still they want to sing like, oh, what God has for me is for me. Well, where did all that go? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, why are you so panicked? If you think God,
baby,
if he gay, he ain't for you. So
right. Why do you even want to be involved with a gay man? Why? I don't get it.
Well, you know what? Okay, we're going to address that. Well, first of all, the women that are involved with gay men, the ones that do not know, why don't they know? Now, are they not informed about this because the guy's not being forthright and telling them? Or are they not asking questions? Or is it both?
All right, I don't think they want to know. When you get to a certain age as a black woman, and I've noticed this even within my own family, you get to your 30s, you're supposed to be married with kids, and if you're not, women go into a state of panic.
Yes.
And
but I also honestly believe a lot of stuff you should not have to ask. I shouldn't have to ask my man, are you gay?
Yeah.
I should, personally, I believe I should have to ask you that. That shouldn't be a question on top of it. Now, my first question, have you been married? Do you have any kids? Those are questions that I think I have to ask a man when I meet them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, like I go back to saying, if I approached you, you should put me up on game quick. Oh, I don't go your way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's why he did. Think about why he's not going to put you up on game, because, number one, he still is trying to fit the straight role that he has to fit in. So it's like he can't come out and be.
But,
I mean,
okay, you don't even interested in me. You don't have to tell me
now
what.
The ones that are interested, now we are actively deceiving somebody.
Okay,
now the ones that can't tell you, I understand why they don't feel like they can say something.
Now, I understand you can't come out and tell me I don't swing away because that ain't something you ready to say. But don't even that interested in me. Don't take my number, and definitely don't call me if I give it to you.
Right. This is another comment, and we've got to talk about this because this is major. And this is where the sisters are definitely involved. This person said, what's sad is that some of these so-called men that are running away from black women also run back to them just to infect them with HIV. I despise the thuggish undercover Anichi and Tim's wearing brother who rides the fence and dabbles in both sexes. He's a total slime. So now, black men are predators. We're all infected with HIV, and we're running back to black women to infect them. That's basically what that comment just stated. And do you know how many times I've heard this come from black women? Since this whole deal thing came about, black women are running scared for their lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely.
Pretty much.
Definitely. But I'll take that comment the way I perceive it, and I think that you do need to pick. Regardless, the man that is dipping and dabbing in both cookie jars, you need to pick. You can't do that in order for you to be happy, for you to have the same mind, and for the woman that you're screwing around with, for her to have the same mind. You're gonna have to pick and be honest.
You know
what?
When it comes to HIV transmission, though, I think it's up to both individuals involved. If you're having sex, you got to be responsible. Take responsibility for your own life.
Right.
And black woman, ask your man about his partners, his past partners. Where have you been? Go get tested together. Make sure he throws on a condom, and if he doesn't, there's a female condom.
That's right.
Do what you have to do to protect yourself. Don't be so blinded by love that you risk your life. And it happens. You know? Oh, I love him. I'm going to be with him for the rest of my life. He would never step out on me. Please.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
It is.
One reader got upset because they said I equated my sexual preference with my race. And one of the lady brought it on home. She said, remember, y'all, we are all black after the labels are torn away. If they reinstated slavery tomorrow, we would all be picking cotton together, gay and straight, switching down the field together.
Wow.
At the end of the day, I'm still black. We are still all in this together. And we have so much we can learn from each other. So why hate?